First of all, the apologist or their Muslims fans will say, "You are ignorant, you are a hypocrite," usually spelled wrongly, "This is false information, this is a lie, and that you've been brainwashed by Christian apologists to worship your mon god." When it comes to Islamic terrorism, get over it. Whatever you say is wrong and whatever they say is only right. They will throw Hitler or George Bush. World War and Hiroshima, claiming those acts were not perpetrated by Muslims but Christians. Next step is taqiyya. That is, Islam means peace. Islam was not spread by sword but love, no compulsion in religion. If you quote from Quran or Hadith, you will be accused of quoting verses in bits and pieces, or they claim suicide bombing is not allowed in Islam. There is nothing in the Quran. Blah blah, or female genital mutilation is un-Islamic when it is in fact the Muslims who insist on such barbaric practices because of a vague hadith. Be prepared for accusation that the verses you quoted are twisted and out of context. An infidel cannot possibly understand Islam, but all's well if you, no matter how foolish or ignorant, accept Islam. If you provide reference to your quote, then Muslims will say all your references are false and lies, which implies only their references are true and correct. At this point they quote Deuteronomy or Leviticus to justify your false references from your corrupted Bible. You will be advised to read the Quran first and you will see the light. If you say you have already read it, then they will doubt you as if you are a liar. Or you've read a translation, not the original Quran. If you quote full verses, not bits and pieces, from Quran and Hadith, your translation is incorrect, misleading. Then you will be advised to learn Arabic and read the original version, not translations. If you say, "I read the same Quran with most authentic translations," which Muslims are referring to, then you will be asked, "Did you read only the cover?" Read it with open mind, read with closed mind, like a Muslim reads by keeping their brains aside. Besides your reading of the translated Quran, or even though you know Arabic, if you quote from the Quran, they quote Hadith, Tafsir etc., but if you quote Hadith, then they will say only Arabic Quran is authentic. Deflection. After all this, if you are still willing to continue, they will distract you and other readers from the original issue, topic, and feed you with plenty of irrelevant issues or irrelevant Bible references. If you are still sticking to the original issue, they will attack other religions' scriptures like the Bible, Torah, Vedas, Gita etc., and bring up events like global warming, world poverty, the KKK, LRA or Tim McVeigh, Iraq, Lebanon, Palestine etc. Be prepared for one or more Muslims to showing their way of convincing, such as copy and paste stuff or reference from their notes or crap Islamic sites, or worse, WordPress blog. This includes verses from Quran and Hadith, twisted facts from non-Islamic holy scriptures, like Muhammad's coming, prophesied in all of them, or that the Jews, or Christians, have falsified their scriptures to deny Muhammad his rightful place as the last prophet. Here they quote famous people who talked about Muhammad in favorable light, or quote Bernard Shaw discrediting the Bible. In this context, one or more Muslims will write about miracles in the Quran or Quranic science. Remember that whatever is discovered in recent time, Muslims will attribute it to Quran, but they will keep quiet till it is discovered. They will never talk about the fallacies in the Quran like the sky is a dome on imaginary pillars, the sun sets in a muddy pond, the sun is revolving around the earth etc. If you draw their attention to these fallacies, they will copy and paste crap again, which is totally illogical and irrational. You will be again advised to read Quran. You are about to lose your patience but still continuing, then comes personal attacks. You will be abused as fool, stupid, idiot, pig, the favorite being filthy hypocrite. They always get the spelling wrong for this favorite word. If that does not work, then there will be accusations of taking money for your criticism of Islam. You may get this also. Western media is biased, it's propaganda to defame Islam. Islam is wronged by all non-Muslims etc. If you don't stop there, then Muslims will run for your mother and sister. If you are stubborn and still want to continue, you will be cursed like burn in hell. You will repent on Judgment Day, still time to seek the truth, etc. Towards the end, when all of the above has failed, you will be threatened directly like, beware, watch it, keep cool, my sincere advice, or indirectly like, give me your email ID, don't hide behind a false name, you're a coward. Since you have a false id on the net, then you might get an invitation to go to debate 1-to-1, debate Zakir Naik, watch DDAT videos, or visit mosques or Islamic centers like Islamic Research Foundation in person. And finally, it's drum beating, for all Muslims, as if they won a debate, even when they lose miserably, because Quran is the word of Allah.